Hi y'all, I'm Amber and today I'm going to be sharing with you my weekly wrap up for films. I'll be first talking about the films that I have watched for the first time, and so the first one that I watched was The Expendables. I really can't explain this really well. I know it's about a bunch of mercenaries and they take jobs for money, and sometimes the jobs are good and sometimes they're bad. And they get caught up with a job that the CIA wants them to do, but they're on the fence about it, and then a girl gets involved, and then they take the job, or whatever. I did not care for this film. I only watched it because my brother has been bugging me to death about it, and he wanted me to watch it, and so I finally did, and I just didn't care for it. I felt like the story got lost with poor acting, with fight scenes, and blood and gore that really just ew, and it didn't really make sense to me. The whole story was a little bit flimsy on its own, and as I said, the acting was pretty god awful. I don't think Sylvester Stallone is that great of an actor. I just not the hugest fan of him, and so it was really hard to find any reason to keep watching this. But there was, and that was Jet Li. He was funny. He was the only thing that kept me from clicking off. I don't think I would have finished it if it wasn't for Jet Li. So this one gets 2 stars. Then I watched Dracula Untold starring Luke Evans. Everybody should know the basic story about Dracula, and this one is how Dracula becomes Dracula, why he became Dracula, basically. And I absolutely loved this film. I loved the style that they used in filming it, these unique shots that they did. I thought that was really amazingly well done. I thought it was dark, it was exciting, it kept me on the edge of my seat, and it's always very interesting. There's that moral dilemma that he has to deal with, and to understand why he chose one side or the other was a very interesting element, and I liked how they handled it. It was very believable. I loved Luke Evans in this film. He was amazing. He blew me away, and I can't get enough of Luke Evans in this film. I also liked how it ended because we all kind of know the basic story of Dracula, so it was nice that they kind of left it there for you to pick at the pieces, and put it all together for yourself. But it also leaves it open for another film. In my mind, it does, and I would like to see another film because I think that they could do a lot more with the story. I just really loved everything about this film. I thought it was handled well. I thought maybe it was going to be too creepy with the vampire and stuff like that, but it wasn't. It was just right for me not to get too creeped out and disgusted by it. So I absolutely loved everything about it. So this one gets 5 stars. On to the films that I have rewatched, and the first one is Where the Heart Is. This stars Natalie Portman. She plays a young woman who's pregnant named Novely, who is traveling to California with her boyfriend, but she ends up having her baby in a Walmart in Oklahoma after he abandons her there. This one gets 3 stars. Then I rewatched Anna and the King. This stars Jodie Foster. Jodie Foster plays Anna Lewin. I'll put her name here. The film is based off of her diaries, where she travels to teach this king's 50-some kids, and it's about her and his relationship and how they learn to respect each other. This one gets 5 stars. Then I went on to watch 13 Going on 30. This is about a 13-year-old girl who wishes to be 30 years old, and when she gets tricked, she go into a closet to kiss her best friend, who she doesn't think she likes, but he loves her. She wishes, and wishing dust falls on her, and she turns 30. And so this one gets 3.5 stars. Then I watched Wizard of Oz. We all know the story, and this one gets 4 stars. The last film that I watched is How to Train Your Dragon. This is about Hiccup, who is a Viking, and he wants to kill his first dragon, and he's kind of skinny and not the kind of person you would consider a Viking, and all he wants to do is prove to his dad that he can kill a dragon. And so he instead befriends a dragon, and not only any kind of dragon, but the one dragon that they all fear the most, and he names him Toothless. This one gets 5 stars. On to TV shows, I am still watching Grey's Anatomy. I am in the middle of the 4th season. The other TV show that I am watching is Harper's Island. This was a 13-episode show about this people who are on this island for a wedding, and they're kind of being killed off one after the other, and they're trying to figure out who among them is the actual killer before they all die. I am enjoying this. It has the feel of And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie to it. I can only watch one episode at a time. It's one of those things for me where I can only handle too much intensity and that kind of drama so much before I will quit altogether, and I don't want that to happen, so I've been watching 1 episode a day, and so I should be continuing on with the 3rd episode today or tomorrow. We'll see what happens, because I am trying to catch up on other things that I need to get done with. That is all the things that I have been watching. Tell me down below what you all been watching this past week. I would love to know. If you watched any of the things that I have, tell me down below if you agree or disagree with any of my thoughts, especially specifically, of course, with the 2 films that I reviewed a little bit on. Thank you all so much for watching, and keep warm.